Welcome back to another episode of the Wicked Bitter Podcast. I'm Travis, got Mike with us. And as you can see, if everything works right, if you're watching on YouTube, we got Jamaal and we got Matt. Jamaal is our resident only Carolina Panthers fan living in Massachusetts. and then we got Matt. Matt, Steelers fan. I'm Chargers. Mike's Pats. So we got a good mix here. Something that we all remember or are used to seeing is Tom Brady playing. Tom Brady's retired now, guys. That's it. Tom Brady's done.
Finally.
About time, yeah.
Yeah? You guys happy about that or what?
The NFL's breathing today.
No. Nobody's going to miss him in the NFC South or the AFC East. I'll tell you that.
Wherever he plays, nobody's sight of relief for the rest of the NFL.
Yo, isn't it?
The Saints might miss him, though.
Yeah.
The Saints got him lately.
Yeah. Saints did like to play him.
It's random. The Saints don't even have a quarterback, so.
Sean Payton's gone now, too. Isn't Sean Payton gone with the Saints, too? That's weird. I heard that he might go to Dallas.
Yep.
When they get tired and get rid of McCarthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like a year or two.
Yeah.
Like a year or two.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to stay there either. They got a gadget player as a quarterback. Like,
dude.
How are you supposed to win with that?
I can't get behind him, man. I don't understand. Was it Taysom Hill?
Yeah.
I
don't
know.
like Taysom Hill. He can do a lot of different things on the field, but you're not going to win a Super Bowl with a quarterback like that.
He's a backup. He's a backup. Good runner, but he's a backup at best.
He's Tim Tebow-esque.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. He might win one game in the playoffs, but if they ever make it with him, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you guys find it a little weird the way Tom Brady left, though? Kind of just out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Just like, well, not out of nowhere, because everybody kind of expected him to eventually retire. But like for the past few years, it's been like, oh, is this the last year for him?
I thought that he would have, before the season started, says, hey, this is my final year. Guys that had this long career, like, or, other sports, you got players like Ortiz says, okay, this is it, or some other player, he just said, enough is enough. So I think maybe Giselle had a little bit to do with that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he said he don't want a farewell tour, and we all know Tom Brady. He doesn't want any distractions, so he probably just really wants to really focus on that ring, and they didn't want all the questions every game, every playoff game,
Right.
That's weird,
so
though.
It makes sense for somebody like that. Somebody like that to do that, it kind of makes sense.
We had Brown to do all the distractions for them this year.
Yeah, that's true. Antonio Brown, yeah. I felt like a guy like Brady, though, would have.
He's a legend.
I felt like a guy like Brady. I mean, I can commend him for like not saying, hey, this is my last year, like at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But I mean, but if he did say that, though, you got to think like every team would have went. Do you think every team would have showed him some sort of like, because in baseball when
he would have definitely got some love. Yeah.
You think so? Like before the game, they would have given him stuff like that. Yeah,
especially when he played New England. I mean, that would have been the perfect year to do it.
Speaking of New England, though, okay, so you guys saw. I don't know if all of you saw his, I guess his retirement letter or whatever it was.
Little snub,
but. No mention of the Patriots at all. Is that like?
I'm a fan of that. I love that.
Is that some shade or what? Or because I think somebody said when he left New England to sign for Tampa, he kind of had like an Instagram post where he kind of mentioned everybody in New England. Like, was that the goodbye, or are we okay with that being the goodbye, or should we have expected a goodbye in the letter? Because he just mentioned Tampa and he was there for like 2 years.
I thought it was funny.
Show. Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
I thought it was funny how he didn't say anything, and Pats fans were all butthurt. And then to make it worse, he just posted like, "To Patriots Nation, love you all," and that was it. I thought that was better. Like, it's like a Band-Aid on like getting your leg chopped off. Like, it was just
it's starting to show that maybe there was a little more behind the scenes stuff going on while he left than what we originally believed.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that documentary.
Yeah, dude.
I really think I think he signed the 2 years with Tampa for $60 million, $30 million a year, and I think that I don't believe it was Belichick this time. I do believe Kraft said no, and because he was a big fan of Kraft. Those two guys go a long way, and then when they said it's a little pricey for us, and he left with that little bitter in him. So I think that
I like it.
I think that's one of the reasons why he did not say anything about Kraft, the owner, and we'll give him the shot first of all. So he left some hard feelings behind. We know that.
I think it is funny to me, but I still think it's like a slap in the face. But it's it's whatever. Tom Brady, he's a G. He just does whatever he wants, dude.
Sure.
He's won the most Super Bowls ever. Whatever.
He doesn't owe Pats fans anything.
I mean, exactly. He got him 6 rings.
I'm honestly a huge Tom Brady fan now that he's gone.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna feel when LeBron's gone.
That guy is fantastic. He really is. He's a fantastic interview. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. He's not kicking my team's ass no more. I'm a Fusion fan now.
Oh, yeah. The best. He had 10 Super Bowl appearances, won 7 of them. Dude, 70% success rate in the Super Bowl. Like, what the hell, dude? Crazy. That's like on another level, obviously.
And it easily could have been more because he lost all 3 of those by a hair. I mean, he won some by a hair too, but it's crazy. It's remarkable.
I know. Just imagine if he went to 10 and won 10. Like, holy crap.
I think I'll literally throw up.
I don't know if I would watch football anymore, dude. Like, it's not fun anymore. It is cool. It is cool to see that like the new generation's coming up, and like Brady's gone and like Ben Roethlisberger now gone. You're gonna see different guys come up. Obviously Herbert. I mean, but you got Pat Mahomes in there still. I mean, Lamar Jackson. I mean,
Josh Allen took that next step or two.
Yes, dude.
Josh Allen.
Out of all this new group of quarterbacks that we have now, they're very mobile, very strong arms, good quarterbacks. What do you think of the quarterback that's out there right now that might have a chance not winning one?
Mac Jones.
Well, I don't
know, man. There's something about him. I don't know if I can really get behind him too much.
No, I was not even including him. I was thinking about Allen and
out of those,
Herbert
maybe,
and the guy from Philly.
Okay. I would say maybe Philly.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
You gotta look at the organization, not the player, because
right.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I'm thinking of.
That's what I meant. They're in the wrong place.
We just seen with Stafford. Stafford's been a top 10 quarterback, throwing 5,000 yards and couldn't win nothing.
Yeah.
And then he leaves and he's in the Super Bowl. So you got to kind of look more at the organization.
No, I don't mean the guy personally. I mean him being in the wrong spot, like a team.
I like Josh Allen's situation.
Me too.
Yeah.
I like the situation a lot.
Yeah.
And they should have won against the Chiefs. I'm just saying.
We don't like the defensive coordinator, but I like the rest of the situation.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What was the strategy you said, Jamaal, that they should have done? We talked about it the other day with 13 seconds left.
13 seconds. Mike, were you privy to this? 13 seconds left.
Unreal.
Offensive pass interference, Mike. It's only a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, unreal.
You got 13 seconds.
Yeah.
They snap that ball. You hold everybody. You tackle them. Hey, it's a 5-yard penalty. 7 seconds, 6 seconds went off.
Yeah.
You do that twice. Now they got to go for a hill.
Jamaal, I was telling Travis before the thing happened. I says, you clog up the middle. That would never happen with Belichick and Andy Reid and big coaches like that. You got one of the most explosive players in the NFL, Hill, and then you got this.
That's why you just grab them at the line, Mike. You just grab them and tackle them.
Yeah.
It's a 5-yard penalty.
That's it.
Just grab them. We're not playing football no more. We're done. We're going to the AFC Championship. We're done.
Kick them in the cup.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it with 13 seconds you allow that. It's just poor management right there.
It makes no sense. I was sick for Josh Allen. I was sick for him.
That sucked, man. Everybody was heartbroken for it. But by the way, since we're all here right now, the Super Bowl, Rams and Bengals, who we all... All right, I'll ask who we all think is going to win and who do we want to win. Who wants to go first on that one? Do you want to go, Mike?
I'll go.
All right. Who?
My predictions before was the Rams to win it all. I'm still going to stick with the Rams. I think they have the more complete team. Cincinnati is riding on a high right now, but I think that's another year of the Rams being in the Super Bowl in the past 4 years. I think that they're going to carry that with them. I think they're going to win it.
But who do you want?
I would like to see Cincinnati win, but I think the Rams are going to win.
Yeah, I feel the same exact way. I think the Rams are going to win, but I really want the Bengals to win that one. Matt, what do you got?
So I don't see the Bengals' offensive line stopping Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Darius Leonard.
Yeah,
you nailed it. You nailed it.
I don't see them stopping those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, this goes back to my preseason, my draft take last year where I thought they should have drafted Penny Sewell over Jamar Chase. I mean, I guess you could say I was wrong. Jamar Chase is a stud receiver.
Yeah, he
top
did
3 in
great.
the
Yeah.
NFL. But this is where I think the O-line is going to blow the game for them. I mean, but Aaron Donald's a whole different beast. Like, you got to triple team that guy to be able to stop him sometimes.
Yep.
And if that happens,
Then there's gaps.
So
there's
you're
gaps. Yep.
You're going Rams. Who do you want to win? Do you want Rams or you want Bengals?
Rams.
Rams,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, last week I wanted the Bengals to beat the Chiefs, but as a Steelers fan, obviously I never
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Bengals to win anything ever again.
That makes sense. What about you, Jamal?
I'll go Rams.
I feel like I know your answer, Jamal, but what do you got?
I like Mike. I picked Rams before the season. I'm gonna stick with them. I think this is like a Super Bowl matchup nightmare for the Bengals. It's like a perfect matchup for the Rams. Everything that they do good, the Bengals do bad. And then the one thing that they have is Chase, and now you're putting Ramsey on him. I think we could be looking at one of those lopsided Super Bowls, to be honest with you. And I do want the Rams to win, just because I want to be right. I'm not gonna lie. I love being right.
Yeah.
I have no dog in this race.
I hope it's not a blowout, dude. I remember
It might be. Travis, it might be.
because there's been a couple blowouts, and it's like you're all excited to watch. You got all the you made all the food, you ordered all that shit, you got people over, you got music,
And it's over by halftime.
Yeah, by the end of the second, you're just like,
Well,
you guys want to play
Tampa
some board games or something? Like, I don't know. It's just it's like, you don't know what.
Say this, though. Travis, I will say this though: the Rams haven't put together a full game. Like, very odd. They'll play one lights out half, and then for that reason, either the first or second half, one of the halves, they always play a little weird.
Correct.
So that might. And Cincinnati has done some comebacks. They have had some comebacks. So there's a possibility the Rams could start out smacking them and then take their foot off the gas, and then the Bengals have worked their magic. I don't think it's going to happen, but that's one concern I have.
Exactly. That's what happened with the Chiefs. The Chiefs come after that 21-3 head start, and they blew it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I think the Bengals defense has been playing way above way over their heads. I mean, they stopped Tyreek Hill, they stopped Kelsey at the end of the game, and they came back to win it. And it was like, I mean, I was kind of dumbfounded that the Chiefs let that happen. But
yeah.
I don't know if they can keep it up.
Well,
they got Cooper Kupp. I don't know about Tyler Higbee. He might be hurt. I know he got hurt last week, but I think he's going to play. Van Jefferson's a good player. Cam Akers. I mean,
and LA is playing in front of their home crowd.
Yeah. They got home.
That's another plus. That's another plus.
5,000
home crowd. Do they have a home crowd, Mike? I seen a lot of red jerseys last week.
He's all cutting out and stuff. Yeah, well, I mean,
a lot of red jerseys over there.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I think the Bengals fans are going to travel, man. I think they're going to be there. I think there's going to be a lot of them.
Oh,
but
they're gonna.
So.
Everybody's on the Bengals bandwagon.
Yeah. I don't know. I just let's go back to a few years ago when the Patriots and Rams played in the Super Bowl. The Rams that year were one of the best offensive teams in the league. They scored 30 points a game, dude. And that was one of the most low-scoring, boring freaking Super Bowls I think I've ever watched.
Right.
So,
right. On and on, Travis. Defense wins championships. On and on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, do the Rams have that? Because, I mean, they can score.
They have Donald.
They got the line. They have the line, but, I mean, secondary.
They have a better defense, I think, than offense.
Ramsey, probably.
They got Darius Williams.
Probably, but Kupp is the man. I would like
Miller.
The only way I would like to see the Rams win is because I like Stafford and I like Kupp. I mean, I'd be happy for them.
I think Cooper Kupp is going to run like crazy and Beckham too. I think this is going to be, like I said, Jamal. I have a gut feeling this is going to be one of those blowouts, and I hope not. I hope it's a very competitive game. But because Cincinnati, believe it or not, they've been riding on this high. I keep throwing them out, and they keep staying with it.
Yeah.
They have this very bad first half.
Me too.
They have the very first half that's like, wow, they're going to get blown out. And then they just stay with it and stay the course and win it. Could it happen again? It could. But I don't know. I think I think that a little extra experience from L.A., being there a few years ago, I think that's going to put him right to the top.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald needs a Super Bowl ring.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
I think Matthew Stafford.
Stafford for sure, dude. Stafford needs like 5.
Absolutely.
That's the guy. After putting up with all that in Detroit.
Yeah.
That's true.
Absolutely.
That's true.
One season in LA.
Right.
Yeah. Got to be Stafford, I think.
Before we get into it, I want to talk about something else. But before we do that, I just want to get you guys' take on the Washington football team's new name. We got the Commanders. Are we all in agreement that it's a funny name? Like, are we all just? I mean, if it was me, I would have just stuck with the football team.
It's very. It's very military.
Yeah, dude. We got some commies on the other side, man.
I didn't like the first name, and I don't even like the second name. So, should we stick with animal names?
They've had 3 different names in 4 different years, and they're all bad.
Yeah. I mean, I would have stuck with Redskins, honestly, but
Yeah,
there's a huge
bad one too. If you actually look back on it, think about it, it's actually a stupid name.
It is a stupid. It's a stupid name, but
around Washington.
it's a stupid name, but we're all used to it. We're like, it's been around. It was around forever.
Fair.
That's like baseball. The Cleveland Indians. Now they changing it to the Cleveland Guardians. It's like, it sounds weird because you're so used to saying Indians but it's an adjustment period, you know. Like maybe in a few years, like I was already starting to get used to the football team, Washington football team. It sounds stupid as hell, but I'm used to it now, and I'm like, all right, well, it's what it is. But I mean, the Commanders, dude, the Commanders just sounds like an XFL, like an arena football team.
I was gonna say
I mean, it just sounds like
Canadian football league.
Yeah, it sounds like that's not on the level of like an NFL team. But I mean, we also have teams called like the Lions and Falcons. So I don't know. It's
Before
weird.
they were offending one group, now they're offending everybody. That name is offensive to everybody. It's disgusting.
They're attacking America at its heart right now, is what it's doing.
Yeah, they should improve their team instead of worrying about names.
Yeah.
They've had the Redskins for
there it is.
so many years, and they have been such a bad team for so long. They should just put a better product on the field and forget about changing
You think
names.
You think if they
You win Super Bowl, you can name yourself anything.
That's what I was gonna. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say, do you think if they were like in a successful team where they won like multiple Super Bowls in the past decade, that anybody would say like? I mean, there might be an offended group of people, but do you think they would actually take action on it? I don't think they would.
I don't think they would go to the extreme of
They
changing
would
names.
have to.
No, I think they're just trying something new. Let's see if it works, but I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense.
Honestly, if you think about it, there could be a group of people that get offended by literally every single team name.
Everything.
Like the ones named after animals and shit. Like you're gonna have like PETA come after all of them. Like, oh, what are they gonna do?
Leave my Panthers out of this shit. They're not changing their name.
It's the Carolina Commandos. They just go out with jersey tops and jock straps. They got nothing else.
The Carolina Grits.
Damn, dude.
I'd leave the team. I'd leave them.
Yeah, it can't be changed. There's no need for it.
No, not when everybody's just so used to it.
Football team sounds like a classic name.
Yeah.
It sounds like a name that that could have been the name of the team in like the 1940s or something.
Yeah.
Commanders. Like
I'm with Travis. I kind of got used to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the football team.
But how long was it around for? They were the football team for like 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. But
Yeah,
still,
I got used to it.
me too. It was just like whatever. It became like at first you were just like, wow, that's such I remember us talking about it. It was like, that is such a stupid name. You couldn't think of anything else other than Washington football team. And then here we are, like a year later, I was just already like, it was nothing to me. I was like, oh, who's Carolina facing this weekend? The football team.
I think I'm gonna keep calling them. I'm gonna keep calling them that.
The Commanders are weird, dude.
So initially, when they changed their name to the Washington football team, somebody in that meeting had to say, you know what? This name sucks. Let's change it. Let's change it to something a little more powerful. That's the Commanders.
But you're not even going to change the freaking color scheme. You should have gone red, white, and blue on that one.
Think about how crazy that is. They came up with a Washington football team,
I know.
And they actually managed to come up with a worse name than that.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Right.
Who's in these board meetings that are just like, all right, we want everybody to come up with a list of 10 names for this team, and they settled on the football team first of all. Yeah. And then after that,
a lot of scotch. A lot
really?
of scotch in those meetings.
Who's in there? Like, who's talking about this? Who's pitching these ideas? Here's an idea.
A lot of Johnny Walker in those meetings. I'll tell you, that's
a lot of teenagers in there.
Look, throw the Redskins out. We don't need it anymore. Here's a name for you. Try this one on for size. The Washington football team.
They do have one of the worst owners in sports. Dan Snyder. So I'm not surprised.
Freaking
I'm not surprised by this.
Trash. But your boy.
It was going to be a bad decision. Of course it was.
Yeah.
They should have named them Washington Scotch.
I'd be down with that, dude. It's just like a little glass.
That would have been perfect.
Their mascot is just like a bottle of scotch running around the field.
Hey, Travis, they can literally just hire a different drunk dude every game for their mascot.
Dude, that would be awesome. Hey, tell me that wouldn't be right up there with like Bill's Mafia. That would be right up there with that.
Yeah. I'd be with it.
Yeah, for sure. We got to get into like a more serious story, dude. Like, this is a crazy story about Brian Flores. I mean, I've kept up with a lot. Some of it. It seems like it almost seems like every day there's more and more that comes out about different things. But man, if these things are true, which I don't know, I kind of feel like they are. Because I mean, how could you make something like this up? Right. You know what I mean? Like, this is
attacking the whole NFL. So Brian Flores is not making this up.
And he got back up.
And this,
co-signing.
Yeah.
And this is the worst part. the average NFL fan is paying $100, $125 for a ticket for the team owner to say, let's tank this right from the beginning. And let's throw the season out just because of a prospect. I mean, you imagine going to paying that kind of money, watching a game, hoping for your team to win, and then in the back scenes, the owner is saying, you have no shot. You're going to go lose this game anyway. So I can only imagine how many owners are doing this. Now we know that Stephen Ross is doing this probably. Okay, a very strong possibility that he is doing that. Not to mention the Cleveland Browns, the Jets, or the teams there have no shot. It seems to be every year. So are they? I always heard that. Okay, week 16, week 15. Let's tank these two games. Let's just throw sub players in there so that we can get the highest draft possible. But when an owner is telling your head coach right from the beginning of the season, here's $100,000 to tank the game. I give Brian Flores a lot of props for this, for winning 2 seasons where he started bad and finishing above 500. When an owner is telling him, I want to lose as many games as possible, but this looks bad on the coach. Because now he won't have that many opportunities out there when the season is over, right? I mean, the guy is paying him $100,000 to lose a game, and then if he has like a 1-15 season or a 2-14 season, okay, he's made money, but then his credibility is bad.
Yeah, it reflects him afterwards.
Yeah, exactly, nailed it right there.
His credibility is so bad that he won't be getting a chance. No,
he'll never get another job again.
Was it worth the $1.4 million that he got extra? Absolutely
he'll never
not.
get a job again. Nobody will want to play for him after that.
And as a fan, I'll tell you that this really goes really bad against the entire NFL, and I hope the NFL does some serious investigation on these owners. I really do.
But
there's got to be.
Go ahead, Matt.
There's got to be a way. You get rid of bad players. You get rid of bad coaches. You kind of like the Ray Rices of the league. They'll never play again. There's got to be a way where you can ban bad owners, like the Dan Snyders and the Stephen Rosses.
Yeah, but you can't because the owners run the league.
It's true. It's true. It's just, I don't know.
But
there's got to be something that you can do to.
But and you know this very well, Jamal and Matt. That in the NBA, they got rid of an owner because of some racial attacks, right? And they could very well turn this thing around and do the same thing in the NFL, and I hope they do. If they find that Stephen Ross is really doing this behind the scenes, I hope they kick him out, because that is not right. That is absolutely not right.
But they all do it, Mike. Not every single one, but the bad teams. We seen the Philadelphia 76ers do it publicly. They publicly said they would do it. They didn't try to hide it. They were like, listen.
Well, maybe there should be a policy. But there should be a policy in there.
They made a logo out of it. They made shirts out of it.
But I believe if it is true, if they are, and I'm sure they are, and it goes out, and they can find out who did it, that there should be policies against that. If they get caught,
The paying the coach is different. That's different.
That's what I was going to say. When you incentivize the coach,
right,
to lose, because there's teams in every sport. Like, I mean, you got baseball, you got the Pittsburgh Pirates. I mean, very bottom of the barrel. No one is expecting them to do anything, right? And I'm sure their owner is not putting a team out there for them to win. He's putting a team out there to rebuild for the future. So yeah, you're going to eat shit for the next couple of years. But when you start telling you hire somebody, and you're like, hey,
that's right, welcome
to the team. We're going to give you this much to lose every single game.
Correct.
That changes the whole outlook on everything. Like, hey, look, I know we suck. Yeah, like, I know we suck. I know I'm here to manage a very bad team, but you're telling me you're going to reward me for not trying to better your team? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, the coach is there to make your team better.
I don't think that if he ever gets caught on, if it is true, the allegations are true about Stephen Ross doing this, I don't think he's going to lose his team, but I do believe he's going to forfeit some of those draft picks.
You should. That's what it should happen.
That's a perfect punishment, too.
That's for sure, because that's what he's trying to do in the first place. That's what
we went after Belichick and Tom Brady for deflating a ball, for crying out loud. And you're telling me that is
dirty,
more
dirty.
serious. You're telling me that's more serious than tanking games and paying a guy $100,000?
Tom Brady, known cheater. Crazy. Yeah.
I mean, let's be real here.
He won with a perfect football. He won with a perfect football.
Let's ask the real questions here. Is Tom Brady a Hall of Famer? I say no.
It's debatable. It's debatable.
I mean, he's very borderline.
Tampa Bay Brady, yes, but
Yes.
New England one.
No.
Tom Brady in 2 years in Tampa Bay did more for the sport.
Tank your season. If you really wanted to take your season, why wouldn't you just hire the biggest idiot in the league to run your team?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't work. We hired Matt Rule, and we still won 5 games.
Now, my question.
Yeah, but you didn't hire Wade Jackson.
My question to you guys now, with Flores taking this action against the NFL, do you think is that going to hurt him in a long run getting another NFL job? Look at what's done to the NFL players who took stands
Flores?
against certain things.
Flores is done. He's not getting another job.
You think
I
so?
don't know.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, because now any owner is going to be like, I can't trust this guy with in-house stuff. He just put it all out there.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, my favorite was Wade Jackson saying that the owner of the Browns was paying him $100,000 to lose games.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did you really have to pay this guy?
No.
This guy doesn't know that.
That was easy.
3 games in 5 years.
That was a layup. Like, it was
He's either
easy.
the richest guy or there's the biggest idiot.
Yeah.
My only problem with this is, like, I don't have a problem with Flores coming out saying what he's saying because, you know, he's fresh. This is fresh. Like, this is right out the box for him, and he feels like he was wrongfully terminated. But when these other guys are coming out, there's no integrity there because you dealt with this decades ago or years ago, and now all of a sudden you're going to be righteous about it. I don't want to listen to your opinion on it because you're a sleazebag that kept this to yourself and probably took some of that money.
Well,
I don't know if you guys remember, the Browns finally won their first game of one of the seasons where they went like 1-15, and the players in the locker room with Wade Jackson, they're all crying like they finally won one. They didn't lose every single game, and it's like,
I can't believe it.
Trying to tell me you were getting paid the whole time to lose, and you're
That coach was crying. That coach was crying. He lost $100,000.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm like that's just dirty. Like, how could you do that to guys like Joe Thomas, like these great O linemen, longtime Browns? And you're over here tanking games behind their back, like
Right.
you're just.
He hasn't had a job since then. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's somewhere at some like Division III college or something like that. This guy's.
My
Jackson's in
Come on, Frank. Do you really feel bad for what happened to the Browns?
no.
No, but I just think it's funny how
Nobody
Wade
feels bad
Jackson's
for the
doing
Browns.
this all of a sudden. He's following in Brian Flores' steps, like, oh, the owner's so bad. It's like, you're just as guilty.
Yep.
You're finally coming out like years later.
Exactly.
He's
Like,
an idiot.
my whole thing is, what I don't understand about the whole situation here is when you look at it overall and from a bigger picture, there's only, with Brian Flores getting fired, there's only one black head coach in football right now, which blows my mind because in a sport where it's pretty much dominated, 70% of the players in the NFL are black. So how is it that a sport that's dominated by black players, black athletes, how is there only one black head coach in that? You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not trying to get over to the NBA, but it's almost the same. They've been dealing with that too in the NBA for some reason. There's been, like, when Brooklyn Nets were looking for a coach and they hired Steve Nash, everybody was like up in arms about it because he's not a black head coach. And it's like, why would you complain about bringing in Steve Nash, who's like a Hall of Famer? He's one of the best players in the NBA. What's the big deal? But like, even some of the players were like, dude, why can't our coach? But why does my thing is, why does the coach have to be black, and why aren't there many other black coaches? Why is there only one head black coach in NFL right now? Is it the owner's thing, or is it like because you got to know there's going to be
got to be an owner.
There's got to be
an owner thing because the players don't pick the head coach.
No, I know, but
the owners pick their head coach.
A black coach
and
has
all the owners are white, so they're gonna hire people that they feel comfortable hiring.
a black
That's
coach.
just the reality
A
of it.
black coach has to start from somewhere. They would have to be collegiate, right? They have to be from college. Most of them come from college. Their initial starts there, right? My question is there enough black coaches in college? Because right now, all offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, they're all white guys. So only Romeo, that used to coach the Patriots, defensive coordinator for the Patriots, he went on to coach the Houston
Texans?
Houston Texans. Yeah. And so, and then he lost that job. He hasn't gotten a job since, right? I think he went to Cleveland. He might have gone to Cleveland. I'm not sure if he did. But anyway, there is not enough coach initially to start. And I'm saying maybe in the collegiate level, there is not enough to move them up. And I think that you just can't hire a black guy from outside the street who has no experience at all in the NFL or in anywhere and move him into the NFL. So right now, that's the issue. There's a shortage there. I mean, it has to have initial start.
But is it an intelligence thing? Like, because you can't tell me that there's no black coaches that don't know the game, that don't know what they're talking about. I mean, we're not even talking about retired black players that want to become coaches afterwards. You're going to tell me that there's no black athletes who played football, who had great careers, that retire and want to come back as a head coach? I mean, what's the deal?
I think knowing that the history of the NFL that don't hire black coaches, some of these black ex-players or that could have moved into the coaching ranks say, why am I going to bother with something like this when I'm never going to get hired?
Oh, so you think they could see it already, like
I think
the trend that they're not going to...
I think that...
Absolutely.
The writing is on the wall already. They know what the future was and what the past was with the NFL. They're saying, I'm wasting time. I mean, look what they did with Brian Flores. If it wasn't Belichick's text message, that we probably wouldn't be talking about this right now.
Belichick's the GOAT for that.
Okay, so now
that dude continues to break records.
And look at the Giants. Look at the Giants. They've been miserable for the last few years, right? Instead of hiring a proven coach like Brian Flores, who's had two good seasons, right? He turned that around. They hired a guy with no experience. So, and they give them a note. They just said, well, let's just interview this guy. And with already, they already had their mind set on the other dude. I mean, I can see why Brian Flores is suing the NFL, because that was really, really mishandled by the Giants. It's like me saying, I'm going to get an interview. I'm going to get an interview for a particular job when they already hired somebody. What am I going to go over there for?
What were you saying, Matt?
A waste of your time.
I think these the Rooney Rule. The Rooney Rule is a joke where they have to interview a black coach for the head coaching position of each team. They just make a mockery about it. Like they do. I don't think they had any intention of hiring Brian Flores. Right. They just told him, right, we have to interview you technically. Yeah. So
something is wrong though. Something is wrong when that has to even be put in place in the first place. Like, why is that even a rule? Like, we wouldn't have that rule unless they knew themselves that there's something going on with the way they hire coaches in here. Like, why do we need a rule to address that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know if Matt and Jamaal, you guys know or know what team I'm talking about, but isn't Deion Sanders coaching a college team now?
College, yeah. Yes.
Do you guys know the team? I can't remember.
No, I don't know the team because I don't really get into college, but he is a head coach in college.
So my thing is, Deion Sanders being who he is, do you think the choice of him going to coach a college team is because of like what Mike was saying, where he already knows that he's got no shot in the NFL, even though he's like a Hall of Famer in the NFL, like the career he's had?
I think Deion has so much clout that he's going to bring that school knows that them hiring him as a head coach, he's going to attract those great high school players that want to play for him instead of Alabama. Yep. So he's going to turn that school's going to come up in a few years.
Oh, for sure.
As long as they have good seasons, you know what I mean? But they're going to get good players just because Deion's
there. Yeah. Coach. Who would want to go play for him, dude?
The problem.
I'll go play for him right now.
The problem with the Rooney Rule, Travis, is you can't. It's never going to be a problem you fix because you can't make somebody hire a black coach.
No, I know.
So you can change the rule as much as you want, and you can try to tamper with it and fix it, and you can say now you have to interview 4 black coaches. It doesn't matter because you can't make anybody hire who they don't want to hire.
I understand that, but my point is that you wouldn't need that in the first place unless they knew themselves that there's an issue with the way they hire coaches. You know what I mean?
I agree, but my whole point is there's no solution.
No, there's not.
People want to find a solution. There's no solution.
No, there's not.
You can't make me hire a white coach, a black coach, an Asian coach. You can't make me do it. I'm going to hire who I want to hire.
No one's hiring Asian coaches.
How many black people you make me interview? You know what I mean? Like, you can make me interview 10 of them, and I'm still going to hire the white guy I don't want to hire. You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand it, though. It doesn't make any sense. I guess I don't know. I kind of hope that this whole thing blows up.
Just to make the NFL look good. You know, we're treating everybody fairly. You know, we don't have no white or black issue here. You know, let's just see all the options. In behind the scenes, you know, it's they always get passed. I mean, Brian Flores should be a coach today, and I think he's going to get a job somewhere. I really do, and I hope he does. But like you said, Jamaal, there's, strong possibility that, the coaches are going to say, management are going to say, this guy already created a big fuss with the NFL. Now we have this kind of a risk going on our team. We don't want that. Big distraction. Look what happened to players who try to fight things on their own, like Kaepernick and a few others, And that always backfires.
Yeah,
and
I think Flores might be different, though.
These owners stick together.
Yeah, I think
they do.
I think the Flores thing might be different. Like, I think there will be, like you guys are saying, where some managements are going to be like, well, we can't bring this guy in because, like Jamaal said, he blew up all of our, behind the scenes stuff or whatever. But I think they're going to be I think there's going to be management out there that's like, look, this dude was offered $100,000 to lose games, and he knew that was wrong, and he still continued to try to win games. So maybe we could bring this guy. I mean, as long as you don't do any dirty shit. Like, if you're a team that knows you're clean and you don't do anything dirty.
Well, it shows how the integrity of Brian Flores to turn away money and to try to win as many games as possible. I'll tell you what. If I'm an owner and I see a guy who has that kind of loyalty and integrity on the game, that's the guy I want for my team. Not a guy that says, I'm taking I'm taking the easy road. I'm taking $100,000. And every game.
Know who the NFL is, right? The NFL is the owner. So when he's suing the NFL, he's suing the owners. They're going to have to be the ones that pay for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The commissioner ain't going to pay for that.
Yeah.
I'm sure the damages are going to be. He's not going to need another job.
The owners have to pay for that.
Right. He's not going to need another job. When this thing is set and done, this man is going to make a killing. He's not going to need another job.
He's done with the NFL, though. He's not going to get another job in the NFL.
Al Davis might have hired him. I know it's random, but Al Davis,
Matt was sitting on that one.
All cares about is winning. And
Yeah, that's true.
so if he knows you're not going to tank him.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm interested to see where this all goes because I don't think it's over for a while. I think this is going to keep blowing up. And I think the NFL is going to keep trying to kind of...
dig dirt.
Well, yeah, I think they're going to try to keep throwing a rug over it and trying to, distract everybody from it. I mean, I think that's why they came out with the Commanders like a few days later. The announcement of the Commanders. Hey, look,
give us the name.
Yeah,
Give us the damn name.
Look at this crappy team. Everybody can talk about it. They'll hide this stuff over here.
You mean a distraction?
Yeah. It's I don't know.
I hope not.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's like all season you see these teams like the football team. They finally retired Sean Taylor's number just to get people in the seats, just get people to show up to their crappy fucking game. It took you like almost 15 years to retire Sean Taylor's number. Like,
yeah, for real.
What's wrong with you? That's probably like,
no kidding,
like your top 5 greatest player in your team's history, and like they're just doing it just to get people in the seats, and it's just sad. That's why
I do believe when all this is said and done, that there's going to be teams, if they get caught, they will forfeit their draft picks, and then they'll think about it twice before they do something like that.
I'm up for that.
I think
I'm up
they
for
definitely need to have some like harsh penalties.
Yeah.
You tank for Tua. Talk about what's his name? Tagovailoa.
Apparently that was a real thing.
Yeah.
Tua.
Tua. Yeah.
Apparently
Tua.
that was a real thing. Though.
What's wrong with Tua?
Sucks. He's all right, but
now you had it right first time.
Yeah, he sucks.
He sucks.
Yeah,
you're not going to win a Super Bowl with a guy like that.
Yeah.
Which is why Flores is like desperately trying to trade for Deshaun Watson, which I don't blame him.
Is it that he don't read plays? Because I mean, he's very mobile and he has a decent arm. Is it he doesn't read the plays, or he doesn't have the wide receivers to throw the ball to?
I think he has great wide receivers.
You put Tua on another team. Let's say Tua goes to Kansas City. Does he perform there?
Oh, no way. We've seen Alex Smith in Kansas City, and we've seen him hold that team back. And then we see what happens when they had a real quarterback.
Well, Alex Smith was not as mobile as Tua, and Alex Smith didn't have the wide receivers that Mahomes got now.
Quarterbacks hold teams back. That's just the bottom line. They hold them back. Teams that are ready to win, Miami looks like they're somewhat ready to win. Tua's holding them back. Tennessee's ready to win. Tannehill's holding them back. The Niners are ready to win. Jimmy G's holding.
I
them
do
back.
agree.
Like,
I do agree with Tannehill is holding Tennessee back. They should get a better quarterback for that team.
But that's where it is. Like, and Tua is holding the Dolphins back. That Dolphins team is not bad.
No, they're
No,
not.
not bad.
team.
Just ask the
I think
Pats.
they got a good offense.
Yeah,
Real
for
good
sure.
offense.
Good offense for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Pat Mahomes too, and one of the reasons why they're so great is because, I mean, look at the weird positions he gets himself in. He still finds a way to throw like a 30-yard bomb.
got a
Like
great-
he throws sidearm, underhand.
He's got a good offensive line. I'll tell you.
Left-handed. I mean, he throws off 2 legs, 1 leg.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
just whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I agree. I feel like if Tua went there, I feel like he'd be better. He might be better, but I don't think he's going to be.
Mahomes.
He's not
The
going to.
Chiefs would be worse. The Chiefs would be a
Yeah,
lot worse.
he might be better. Yeah, individually, but the team itself might be.
I think
he
it
just
comes
calls
down
out and throw it up to Kelsey. Kelsey, please catch this. Please catch this.
Yeah.
I think it just comes down to. I think he has all the tools to be a great quarterback. It's just if you can't read the defense, it's just not going to work.
So now that the NFL now is almost done, which coaches do you think are in the bubble? We already know about Brian Flores. So
To be fired or what?
Yes.
What, in the hot seat? Because they already fired all the coaches they're going to fire. You mean the hot seat coming into the next season?
Yeah.
Well, without knowing.
Matt Rule.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's still there. Honestly.
Nah, you got to give coaches 3 years. I've always said
You
that.
think
So I
Mike?
agree with it.
What's
you
his
think
second
Mike
year coming
Tomlin?
up or what?
You think Mike Tomlin may be next in Pittsburgh?
I think they give him a. It depends on who their quarterback is. It depends on who their quarterback is. They need a quarterback. That's another team that's ready to win. They need a quarterback. It depends on what they do at quarterback. I think if they bring in a great quarterback and they struggle, then he'll be gone. I think if they just wrote what they have, they might give him another year because they don't have anything right now.
I give Brian Staley another year, just to see what he does, because he made some weird bonehead calls at the end, man, of the year, especially against in the playoffs the wild card. I mean, that's. I don't know. I like
4th and 1 on your own 18. Let's go for it. Come on, dude.
I like the aggressiveness sometimes. Like it's good to be aggressive, but
everything's situational. Everything's situational.
Yeah,
football,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
time not to. Yep.
Yeah, that position you shouldn't, because part of me gets it. You're against the Chiefs; they can put up points like in a blink of an eye. So you kind of want to score as much as you can, but you got to take 3. If we had kicked the field goal and made every single one, or even a couple out of the,
you would have won.
Even just one out of the attempts that we went on 4th, we would have won that game.
I told you when we were watching the game. I said these points are going to come back and hunt you, and it did.
Yeah, we
wasted
about.
I don't like I think the Chargers did it, but the Chiefs did it too against the Bengals, where that comes down to like the final couple plays. You're on the 5-yard line, you might have a first down. Just kick the field goal, take the 3 points. Don't give that defense. Don't give the other team that
extra motivation to stop.
Yeah, right. That they stopped you on the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
Going into halftime, and they come back out and look, the Bengals blew them.
Yeah.
Blew out of the water after that.
Because the defense is saying to themselves, "We're gonna get you."
But don't give them that.
Yeah.
Don't give them that motivation.
For me, it depends on the situation. If I'm up 3 points and I'm playing against the Chiefs or explosive offense, and I'm on the 5-yard line, I'm going for the touchdown. I'm trying to end the game. Like, that's what I mean by situation. If you're up 6 points or more, you take the 3 points, you make it a 2-possession game, and then you call it there. So everything's situational.
Right.
But if you're up 6, 7, 8 points, you got to take the 3. You
Yeah.
got to make them score twice.
Because on the 4th,
play the math game.
when we were at our own 18 and we went for it and we didn't get it. I mean, the only thing the Chiefs walked away with is 3 after that. So I mean, I'm not going to say
that's stupid.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that's what cost us the game, because there was other things that happened, but that definitely wasn't.
That's just stupid.
Yeah, that wasn't a
That's
smart.
football.
Yeah, that wasn't a smart decision to do. But yeah. Let's wrap it up. Do you guys watch the Pro Bowl stuff, the skills comp? I don't really watch that stuff. I used to, but I can't get into it anymore.
I used to watch it before, not really more.
Yeah, I miss the old ones, man. I miss the target practice, the moving like trash can. You got to throw a football in it, I like that stuff, and I don't know. I just can't get into it now. I don't know. It's just a little.
This is the worst week.
Little goofy.
Do guys?
It is. We don't know what to do right now. We're just sitting here like.
Yeah. Do guys earn any extra income for stuff like that?
I think if you win, I think you do. I'm not sure though.
They always have incentives for stuff like that. Yeah.
Pro Bowl appearances and so forth.
That's like the slam dunk contest. If you win, you get a car or something. Something they could buy with 1 week's check or something. I play 5 games. I could buy 6 of those cars. You know what I mean? That's whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's wrap it up, guys. Thanks for coming on. I know it was a little bit of process setting this whole thing up. It's the first time we're really kind of getting this going, but I liked it. I enjoy looking at your faces.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Likewise.
Yeah.
Likewise, you sexy animals.
Oh my God! and this is not what we discussed. You have clothing on. We didn't talk about that, so that's a little different, but it's okay. We'll let it slide, I guess.
Yeah.
But you gave me too much time. I had time to get dressed. My nipples were getting cold.
You were in your PJs, huh?
Hey, so when the Super Bowl's on, man, text us, man. Let's talk about it while it's on and stuff.
Well, I'll be working, but I'll still text. I text and drive.
Damn.
Now that everybody knows, all your viewers know it. I text and drive.
My boy.
Well, that's integrity, but no one's ever going to hire this man again.
Yeah, true.
Better stay there, Flores.
Yeah, man. I was gonna say, I forgot what I was about to say right now. Damn it! I hate that.
I think talking about coaches on the hot seat, I think Cliff Kingsbury for the Cardinals.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he had a team. He had a team to do something with.
Yeah.
McCarthy too, just because Jerry Jones.
The window is sliding, or probably slid already. Some of these coaches, they only have 1 or 2 opportunities, and if they don't cash it, it's over. And then they'll become offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators again, like the Dallas Cowboys, right?
When your team's ready to win, I think you should have a shorter leash. If you have a team that's ready to win now, and you're coming
Exactly.
Short,
Yeah.
the leash should be shorter.
Do you think if the LA Rams, if they lose this game and McVay loses his position?
No, I think
he can't. No.
McVay is one of those coaches. Like,
okay,
he's not a Bill Belichick.
Because if they lose this game, it's not going to be because of the coach. It'll be because Stafford plays bad. That's the only way I can see them losing if Stafford messes it up.
Yeah,
that's like
turnover game.
It's almost the same situation that why Tomlin has been with the Steelers for as long as he has. You know what I mean? It's like he's a good coach, and most of the times that most of the games that he loses, sometimes it's not even really his fault. It's just the play on the field and stuff.
Belichick is ready to go in any day.
Yep.
Belichick is ready to go in any time, and not Josh McDaniels is gone. Would Mike Tomlin go to New England?
No, I don't think so.
I think Matt's just saying he doesn't want to see him go to New England.
Hey, Brian Flores. I think Brian Flores, the coach of New England. He's a smart dude.
He's gone. Let him go. He's gone.
Oh, come on.
Just let it go.
I'm trying to open that window.
You try to campaign for him to get another job. I see it, but he's gone.
Because, it's the same thing. Look, we all knew what McCarthy was doing, right, with Green Bay before he went to Dallas. It's the same.
Is a terrible coach.
It's the same garbage going from team to team, and you see a lot of coaches just jumping teams, and you're going to get the same result. Same thing.
Exactly.
Ron Rivera.
Look at all the great teams in the NFL the past 20 years. They've all had tenured coaches 5 years or more.
Yeah.
I mean, the Saints went to a Super Bowl, won it.
Yeah. They bring the same plays with them, and everything is the same garbage, and that's why the team's always the same way.
No, it's true, though, because even the Panthers made it to 2 Super Bowls with longevity coaches. I mean, they didn't win them, but you got to stick with them sometimes. If they're good coaches, you don't want to stick with bad coaches, but you got to stick with them.
Yeah,
and I think McVay is that guy to stick with in LA for as long as possible.
For sure.
I think he's a great coach.
Yeah.
Look at Kyle. Look at Bill Cowher. It took Bill Cowher 15 years to win one. And he was
that's
a great
true.
Coach.
That's
you gotta stick.
you're right.
Sometimes you just gotta stick with them. If you know they're not the problem, you just gotta say forget the fans because fans overreact. You just gotta stick with them if you know they're not the problem. It's hard to get great coaches. You gotta hold on to them.
Yeah.
You're right.
All right.
Exactly.
Let's end there, man. Guys, enjoy the game. I know Jamaal, you're not gonna watch. I'm gonna enjoy that halftime show though. I'm excited for that halftime. That's the first time in a while. I can't wait to see it.
There's a lot of people on that, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna cram it all in there, but I like the people that are in there finally. You know what I mean? So it'll be cool. So yeah, I'll text you guys a little while. Thanks for coming on and everything, and let's try to make this a little more of a frequent thing.
Yeah,
I'm down.
All right, for Matt, Jamaal, for Mike, for me, we thank you all for watching, listening, subscribing, sharing, all that kind of stuff, and just remember to always just stay bitter. See you guys.
See ya.
Later, guys.
Thanks.